Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of my Let's Play series. I named it a Let's Play series for lack of a better term, but all it is that I'm going to show you what the day-to-day life of a pure life skiller looks like on Black Desert Online. So I'd like to start the episodes off with my sailing dailies footage, because I do plan on doing it every single day, and hopefully making these daily videos will keep me on track for doing that. The second reason is that I'm not so good at editing as of right now, but of course that will improve as I keep making videos. And hopefully the footage of the sailing dailies would be a good benchmark for me to check back to see my progress as an editor. So for today, it'll be pretty much raw footage cut down to what each monster kill looks like. I do use a I use a game controller for my sailing dailies, just because it makes it so much easier. I will be making a guide, or rather a full version of my daily routine that'll go up to like an hour. It takes around an hour for me to do this every day, but hopefully it'll be worth it in the end. So we're coming to our first Hekaru kill here, which is one of our quest completion objectives. And the reason why you see I'm making these really tight turns to turn around and hit them on the back is because I'm using a controller. And the reason why that works is because you can actually use camera locking to turn your boat really quickly as long as your controller or your mouse. It's really hard to do with your mouse, but if the sensitivity is low enough, or if you have just crazy control in your hands, you can turn it as long as your camera is locked with the direction of your boat. And then we're going to use a traveler's map to go to Port Rat. So you want to run up this ramp and you want to talk to this guild wharf manager here. I always take Unkato just because it's the most XP. Open your inventory to double check if your item is always in your inventory, then you escape, and it'll put you right next to the wharf manager. Open your wharf manager, remote collect your boat, repair it, take it out, and you're ready to go. Quick little teleport if you left click on your boat's icon, add a dot, like a Patrico, and off you go. So on screen, I'm currently hitting an Ocean Stalker, and just for clarity's sake, the reason why I'm hitting an Ocean Stalker is because the Ocean Stalker was actually my daily requirement. I wasn't sure which one Vibrancy had, which is a guildie on my boat, and then I realized that he was beginner 0, so he couldn't have taken either. So technically this trip I didn't need to kill the Hekaru, but whatever, it's pretty quick. So here, this area is a little bit north of the normal path you would take to go back to mainland. But I go north a little bit because this area actually spawns 4 small pirate ships, which I need to kill 3 for my daily requirement. There's also a bigger spawn of Ocean Stalker, so in case I do want to pop a large guild mission, I could do it here as well. So this is the path I take. As you can kind of see in the background, I do have conquest borders on. Conquest borders are very important when it comes to navigation on the ocean, and once we get to the footage of the big pirate ship kill, I will expand more on that. Since I'm just killing 3 small pirate ships in the background anyway, I thought I would quickly take this chance to go over why I made this channel in the first place and where I see the channel going in the future. To be completely honest with you guys, I kind of jumped the gun a little bit with these daily videos. A large part of me wanted to release the first video, or rather start recording the video as soon as September hits, because for most of you guys out there, September probably doesn't mean much to you, but for me, this specific September is a huge benchmark for me in my life, because this is the first September in the past 16 years that I'm going to be spending outside of going to school. My plan for after school is actually to become a business owner full-time. So having a daily routine of uploading a video or focused on something and having people holding me accountable for content will help me a lot in becoming a successful entrepreneur down the line. So enough about myself, let's talk more about my channel in regards to Black Desert Online. As I mentioned before, I am a pure life skiller, or rather I'm 80% life skills nowadays. I do a little bit of combat for my guild, but if it were up to me, I would probably choose not to do it. That's why right now, overnight AFKing, I spend a lot of that on scarecrows to grow my Musa. I made a new Musa after making studio, because I wanted to keep more of that progression immersion with the newer members of the guild. So that's why you probably won't see a lot of jumps in AFK experience, for example fishing and processing in the short term. I'll get more into that once I get to 60 or 61 on that Musa from AFKing. As we're hitting this large Goldmont battleship, you can kind of see the conquest borders in the background there. That's actually where the two borders intersect for Mark Warrior, and that's where two large Goldmont battleships spawn actually. So you'll always find two here. This is usually the ones people do for their dailies, so if you don't find one, change channel. They're almost always there. So there's one here next to the shipwreck there, and if you leave through the gap between the two borders, you'll see another one pretty close to here. So mechanics is pretty self-explanatory. The ships are easier to kill than Hekaru and Ocean Stalker in my opinion. This one does do a little bit more damage, so make sure you repair up if you don't have enough health. Lastly, turn your boat towards where the cluster of conquest borders are in the distance, as that signifies where mainland is. So today's actually a pretty special day. As you can see on screen, I'm doing the ship design daily. Today is the last frigate design that I need to complete the boat, as well as the 4 pieces of gear. I went for the DP cannon because I lucked out for making it last. This is after the nerf to the ram damage, where AP cannons don't actually transfer their AP onto the boat's damage anymore. So I'm gonna take this chance and go with the DP cannon so I can get a little bit of extra sustain on the ocean. And now comes the hardest part of making a frigate, getting the jade coral ingots. I'm gonna give myself 7 days to either pre-order them or gather them myself. I do have 3 alts that are specifically made for underwater gathering, so it shouldn't be too bad, but well, stay tuned to find out how that goes, I guess. And that concludes today's video. There's a couple of things that I wanted to go over, but I don't have time to put it into episode 1, so hopefully I'll put it into episode 2 tomorrow. But at the end of every episode, I want to include a little bit about my life skills progression at the beginning of the day versus the end of the day, to go over what I really accomplished in a day as a life skiller. So as you can see on screen, that's my the top is my progression from the beginning of the day, and the bottom is the progression at the end of the day, or the end of the reset for UTC. But as you can see, the only thing that really changed is sailing XP, which is something that will change every episode. But I didn't get much done in the other categories, mainly because I am trying to gear up a Musa, so overnight I'm not getting anything, and also been really busy with a move. So, but hopefully that will change. My goals for short term right now is getting cooking and alchemy up, so expect that in the next video. But I'm waiting on the Mano stuff to come to NA before I really get to power leveling, gathering, and processing. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys in the next one.